Again, I'm going to do it the way I've always done it, which is to factor the left-hand side, which they call the first member. That's 8x squared minus 14x minus 15. And if you factor that, it doesn't look that bad. By the way, if it's not factorable, I wouldn't be doing it. What I mean by that, if it's not factorable over the integers, I just wouldn't be doing it. And it looks like 5 and 3. Whatever I say, I'm going to check it, though. And let me take a look. Plus, minus. Let's give it a shot. You do get 8x squared. You do get minus 15 in the end. It's the middle guy I struggle with. And that's minus 20 plus 6, which is minus 14. This worked beautifully. Now I'm going to put an x-axis down, and I want to put down the two x-intercepts now. You notice I'm no longer putting a y-axis down. I'm just putting the x-axis down. This is the x-axis over here. And what would that be? It would be minus, this point over here would be minus 3/4, comma 0. And the other point is going to be this point over here, which would be 5/2, comma 0. And I know there's a line of symmetry between those two. All right? So what I'm going to do, add those two numbers together. Minus 3/4 plus 5/2 and divide it by 2. Well, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 4. You would get minus 3 plus 10, and the bottom number would be 8. So you would get 7/8. So I know I get a point 7/8. I just don't know what the y value is. So someone says, how do you do that? Well, it's up to you, but I'm going to use this thing to do it. It's easier for me. All right, I'm going to get my eraser out, and I'm going to do the arithmetic now. All right, so I'm plugging in the 7/8. I got to figure out the y. So what do you get? The y would be equal to, well, what's 4 times 7/8? That's 7/2 plus 3. And then you get 2 times 7/8, which is 7/4, minus 5. Well, you know, I got some arithmetic. There's no doubt about it. This is a 2. This will be 7 plus 6. This will be a 4, and that's going to be 7 minus 20. And I got to do the arithmetic. It's over here. What do you get there? 13/2 times, whoa, minus 13/4. That's going to be minus 169 over 8. I got it. I'll say it's down here somewhere. What's the minimal point? This is the minimal point. Let's look at the k. Let's see if they got that. 7/8 minus 169 over 8. Looking good. Now, by the way, I want to look at the picture and talk about the other way of doing it. All right, this is the picture. Kind of creepy looking. It's squeezed up a bit. You can expand these guys if you have the PDF, by the way, and clearly look at what we're talking about over here. The graphs are better. They're generated by a machine. But what I want to do is I want to do it the way that involves completing a square. So y equals, I'm going to factor out an 8. And again, this is one of many ways of doing it. That would be x squared minus, and I want to point out, if I'm factoring out, it's really going to be 14/8, which is going to be 7/4. All right, don't be alarmed yet. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to put minus 15 over here. All right, now what do I have to do? I have to complete the square. How do you do that? You're going to take half of 7/4, which is 7/8, and square it. So when you square 7/8, you get 49 over 64. So let me write that down. And I'm sorry, this is x. I'm going to add 49 over 64. I want to point out, I'm really not adding 49 over 64. I'm adding 49 over 8. So I got to subtract it. Minus 49 over 8. Well, I got some work to do. Let's write this down. Y equals 8. And this would be x minus 7/8 squared. Now I got to do this over here, and that's a common denominator of 8. Let's see if we can do that. That's minus 49. Whoops. 8 times 15 is 80, and 40, 120. That's going to be 169. All right? So the big question is, how could I minimize this? I can minimize this y value by taking x to be 7/8. And if x is 7/8, what do you get? Minus 169/8. All right, let's go back, see how we did. I get the same answer. Of course I do. 7/8, comma, minus 169 over 8. All right? Two different ways of doing it. Your approach is your approach. Take your own road, all right? Thank you. Oh, before I go on, I haven't done it in a while. My name is Ron Bannon. Concerns or comments, hopefully to improve the document, you mail them to me. I'm at B as in boy, @NNON.US. I do monitor the email. Again, if I'm overwhelmed, I may miss your email, but I'll do my best to respond to people. Thank you.